ASMRTheChew, and I'm your girl Spirit. And today I'm going to chew some gum. I'm going to do my makeup for you. So I got my cream and I got my primer on. I think I'm going to go straight into the foundation today. I'm using a bit. It's coming. I don't have that much in there. I haven't done my makeup in so long. I hope y'all doing good today. I hope everything's going well with you. I hope y'all stay cool too. It's a hot summer. Literally. My morning been, y'all, I was trying to start early. My mom had called me, right? And I didn't answer right away. I decided I wasn't going to answer right away. I was just going to call her later because she hadn't returned none of my phone calls this weekend, and I was busy. I pretty much hard. I was heated about that thing. I'm going to tell you why in a minute, but my mom called me like 2 times. Then she left a voicemail. And then she left a text. And voicemail, she told me to call her because it's really important. Child, I was like, oh my God, I feel bad, and just answer the phone. And I called back, she was like, my mother's twin sister wanted to talk to me. I was like, Dad, I feel bad, and answer the phone. I hadn't talked to my mother like in 10 years, but I don't think I talked to my aunt or heard her voice. And oh my God. Since my boy was 4 and he's now grown, I'm gonna say, I don't think I talked to my aunt like in 20-something years. I haven't heard her voice at all. Oh my God, it's a long time to go without talking to somebody. Oh no, it's gotta be about 23 years. Oh my God. I definitely should have picked up the phone call. My mom and my aunt deal with heart problems, you know. And I would love to hear from my aunt and see how she's doing. Maybe next time. But what happened was I would have picked up the phone. I've been in touch with my mother. I've been picking up the phone whenever she called me. I stop whatever I'm doing and I pick up the phone. No matter what. Well, one day, recently, actually, I think it was Thursday, got into a heated argument with her man. And I think it scared me because, and I wasn't the only one. I think all my sisters, we all said the same thing, like the same exact thing. We never heard our mother really cry or cry like that, especially when it comes to a man. Mama don't cry when it comes to a man. So when I heard it, it kind of scared me. I thought something was terribly wrong. So I ended up being on the phone with my mother and her man. He called all my mother's daughters and apologized to them for his argument with my mother. But before he got on the phone, I told my mother, I don't need him to apologize to me because I don't even know what he apologized for. Like, what did he do? Oh, he got on the phone and told us all what he did, each one of us individual. Before he could finish, I was like, I literally was just like, no, 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 you didn't. I was going off, y'all. I couldn't even calm myself down. I was so upset. I told him, you're so lucky. I'm not up there. I cannot get to my mother right now. And I told him what he did should be ashamed of himself. Especially at the fact that they age. He should know how to control himself. He should know how to communicate with a person without saying and doing things other than that. You know what I'm saying? And I told him if he can't handle himself, he need to take his butt home. He need to go home. And I told my mother, let that man go about his business. If he ain't gonna do right by you, let him go about his business and you take a break. Right? So, that don't even matter no more because that done passed, right? My mother called me today and she said, child, he said, I'm glad I talked to your daughters. He said, I felt like all your daughters was on their way up here to get me. He said, but that oldest one, he said, your oldest daughter scared me. He said, I scared them. He said, she said, girl, he said, your oldest one was like, hold up, that's fighting words. That's fighting words. What's going on? You trying to fight? What's up? And my mother said that scared them. Because I'm like, and my mother told me that she told him a story that when I was a young girl, I always been kind of like sophisticated and always been pretty proper, always act like an adult. And she said my daughter real calm. She told a man that her oldest daughter is real calm. She talking about me. I'm real calm. My sister said that too. She said, but that's the one you gotta watch out for, cause she real calm. You won't see it coming. She don't do no talking. And next thing you know, she's gonna spaz out on you. She's gonna be like, you in trouble. And my mom said, I watch your video. You still real calm. I was like, Mom, it's because of the type of videos that I do. She said, but yeah, even when I'm talking to you, you still sound real calm. I said, yeah, I'm real calm until I don't need to be calm. face. You're doing too much and getting too close, or I feel threatened. I come out of calmness real quick. I do not play like that serious. And she said, Mom, she said, Boom. She said, he said he didn't even hear you crack a smile or nothing. No matter what he said, you wasn't even trying to smile. I was like, no, I don't play with people like that. I said, I don't appreciate that at all. And it shouldn't have took you to call us to let him know what's up. But my mother let him know she got a lot to do with it. It's like, and together we terrible. We terrible together, okay? But singly, we all got, we all hold our own. And that's just the way it is. So, what happened was, after I got her off the phone, I felt like she was okay. Me and my sisters, all of us went back and forth just to make sure, like, we all in agreement that she's okay, right? We're gonna check on her tomorrow, right? Okay. All my sisters calling each other. They call me. They tell me they haven't heard from her. I was like, yeah, she usually call me in the morning. My mom been calling me every day. Early in the morning, like around 5:30, 6 o'clock. But she don't know. I don't think she know. I don't think she know, like, I'm way behind her time. I don't know if I'm an hour behind or 2 hours behind, but when she called me like that, it's like 4 in the morning for me. But I don't say nothing. And I told them I haven't heard from her either. So I told my sister I'm gonna call her. I called her. No answer. I sent her a video to let her know how proud I am of her. Like, I'm really, really proud of her. I mean, it's gonna take some used to me getting used to who she is now, but I'm still so proud. I'm very proud of her. I know it has not been easy, and she done it. She's literally living her life drug free. Like, I'm shocked. So I told her I was proud of her. I ain't get no response back. I was like, okay, maybe she'll, when she sees it, she'll respond. Then my sister called me. Told me she haven't called none of the sisters, none of us. After she done called us crying on the phone, scaring us half to death. So I text her. Then I called her. I left her like 2 or 3 voicemails. I told her I was starting to get worried. And I wanted so bad to tell my sisters, like, can't one of y'all go to her house and check on her? But I ain't want to do that because I'm just now speaking to my sisters. I ain't want to seem so bitchy. You know what I'm saying? And I ain't really trying to step in that role like I'm trying to be nobody's mother. You know what I'm saying? So I ain't say nothing. I just asked them when do they think they're going to see her again. They told me. And that was it. Right? So I call her again. Leave her another freaking voicemail. Friday, Saturday, Sunday, I'm calling her. Right? Now, Friday, I called her. I'm thinking she about to pick up. My mother do answer the phone. Yes, Juanita. Where's my mother at? I didn't say hi, hello, how you doing, none of that. I was like, why are you answering her phone? He said, oh, she's downstairs sleeping. I said, okay, can you have my mother call as soon as she wake up, nothing, 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 no call, no text, no nothing. Saturday, voicemail, text, nothing, nothing, nothing. Sunday, nothing. So then, I kind of felt some type of way, like, I started feeling worried. I literally started shaking, like, worried, like, is she okay? Is everything okay? My sister told me not to worry. You know, mommy gonna call one of us. So this morning, my sister texted me and said, hey, mommy ain't answering none of our calls. I was surprised. I was like, okay. I said, well, I feel like I already called her so many times. I ain't gonna mess with the lady. I'm gonna just wait for her to call me back. That's why I said it. I'm using Fit Me Concealer to add to my concealer. You can barely see this one. It's literally the same color as my base, but it'll blend in good. So I was like, okay. So one of my sisters called me. One of my sisters let me know that my mother started liking one of all my sister pictures. So I was just like, oh, okay. Okay. And that's I start going through the motions, and I was just like, boundaries. I gotta create boundaries. Like, when my mother called, I'ma just tell her how I feel. I don't know if I should hold back, because I normally hold back. If I feel like I'm gonna hurt my mother's feelings, I won't say anything. And it's always been that way. So, when I heard her voicemail telling me to call back is really important, I thought she was gonna tell me something about her health, and she did. She had been at the doctor's office all morning, and then she went to her twin sister's house, and she had called me because my aunt wanted to talk to me. I told her, I said, Mom, you messed up my weekend because you called me, scared me to death. I was worried all freaking weekend. I was so worried. And she told me, she saw that I was worried, but what happened was she didn't feel good at all. So she wasn't answering the phone. She stayed in the bed because she really didn't feel good at all. And she said she didn't text us to let us know she didn't feel good because she didn't want us worried. is serious. So if you could just text or say somebody, I don't care who you text, just let somebody know you're okay. Because I was worried. I was so worried. And I told her, I said, the one thing about what I do, I pay attention to patterns. Why do I do that? I can't help myself. I pay attention to patterns. I pay attention to people's patterns. I pay attention. Okay. And I told her, so when your man around, you ain't gonna be answering the phone. And on the weekend, you're not gonna respond to my text. You're not gonna respond to my call. And your man gonna be answering your phone. I'm not calling you on the weekend. I'm not gonna bother you. And I'm not gonna call you. I'm just waiting until you call me from now on. And she's like, oh no, don't do that. Don't do that. I really didn't feel good. But y'all, I don't know. I feel like my mom knew we was calling her. And she just chose not to be bothered with us until she, I guess she wanted to go to the doctor to make sure everything okay. You know how people get, they get older. Don't really want people fussing over them. And don't want to have to stop living their life. Or people be watching them, babysitting them. Don't want that. Because I had called one of my sisters and I had told them, I'm thinking about maybe having a wellness checkup on her, call the police and make sure everything okay. So my sister convinced me that my mother's fine. My sister said, don't worry, she's fine. She's going to call us. But I think I was only going to give her till Tuesday to call me. And then I was going to call the police. Child, I got the AC off. It's getting hot already. It is getting hot up in here. And see, that was one of the decisions why I also had left my man, because patterns, y'all. Patterns. I pay attention to people's patterns. And his pattern told me that was how it's going to be throughout the whole relationship. And if I didn't like a certain pattern, and I spoke to him about it, now I ain't going to speak to you 5 times. I might say, can we talk about something? And then I'll bring it back up again, let him know he's doing it again. And then our third time, I say, okay, I'm not going to mention it no more. But I'm going to tell you like this. I don't like this trait about you. I don't like this pattern. And if this is the pattern that I'm going to have to deal with being in a relationship with you, then I'm not going to be in a relationship with you. And I mean that. I'm telling you, I told you, I mentioned this in the blog. One of his patterns is being missing every Friday and Sunday. Every Friday and Sunday. Every Friday and Sunday. I'm going to tell y'all a quick short story. Oh my God. And no, I'm not going to get the whole story at once because it's too much. Because I don't be wanting to think about things like that. And I feel like if I'm talking about something and something it's gonna be too much for you. You know, that's how I feel. But yeah, well, it's bad. Let's talk about this. Being missing Friday and Sunday. Now, when I was in Texas, when we first started talking, it didn't bother me that I didn't hear from him on Friday and I didn't hear from him on Sunday. It didn't bother me. You know why? Because I felt like maybe he was busy. Maybe he had to work. Maybe he with his parents on Sunday. It didn't bother me. But then one day, I decided to send him a text because we text every day. And we wasn't texting like no one time, two times. We was kicking hard. Okay. He sent me music. I sent him music. He sent me pictures. I sent him cute little pictures. He sent me texts. I sent him texts. We called each other, see what each other doing in the middle of the day. We was cupcaking hard. And one day on Thursday, we was talking about some deep, deep stuff. And it just made me feel like, I don't know, I felt special at the time. And I felt like this man really, really, really do want me and stuff like that. So on Friday, I decided I'm going to send him a good morning text. And he texted me back right away. No, not this Friday. He didn't text me back. Matter of fact, it's my first Friday ever texting him. So it's a little over 2.5 years ago. So then, that afternoon, I text him. And I said, I hope everything is going okay. Oh, okay. I hope you're not working too hard. He didn't text me back. I sent him a text that Friday night. Hey, you available? Let's talk. Nothing. Ain't hear nothing from him. When Saturday came, Saturday morning, he called me and I said, hey, why didn't you text me Friday? Why didn't you respond back that whole day? And it's like, oh, I didn't even look at my phone. Oh, I'm so sorry about that. So it just kind of blew over my head. Like, yeah, he probably just didn't look at his phone. So he's talking to me and everything. He told me that what he had plans and stuff like that. So then Sunday come, I text him. And he texts me back, same thing for Friday. He had nothing from him all day Sunday. Monday come. That afternoon he contacted me. He told me, oh, I must have had my phone off or I must have had my phone down. I didn't see that you text me. It blew over my head again. It just blew over my head, y'all. I didn't think not one time that he was lying. And I ain't make no big deal out of it. So that I noticed all week long we cupcaking, we texting each other. So at the end of the week, I got busy. I wasn't texting him. I was trying to stay focused on what I had going on because realized once I started talking to him, um, sometimes it put me in a mood where I didn't feel like doing anything else. I'm all in these clouds and everything like that. So I was trying to stay focused, so I ain't talk to him at all. Okay, y'all, so I'm gonna start putting on my powder for my I'm gonna start putting on my powder for my concealer. So I didn't text him. But then I realized I was so tired too. I probably didn't feel good either. I probably was going through something. I realized that Saturday had came and I did some ASMR. I think I even cooked and stuff like that. I noticed I ain't getting no text from him. I said, okay, maybe he's just gonna call me later, you know. So when Saturday night came, I still didn't get no text from him since Friday. I text him, nothing, ain't get nothing back from him. Now I'm gonna tell y'all what he told me the second time. Oh my God. But yeah, before I tell y'all that, Sunday come, I ain't get no text from him. I didn't hear from the man until Monday. All weekend long, he was gone, disappeared. No call, no text. So, in my mind, I'm thinking something done happened, something going on. I will be okay. So I start praying for him. When I heard from him that Monday, he gonna tell me he had a party. He had to get together at his house. All his friends and stuff came by his house and they were listening to music and drinking. I was like, oh, okay. Oh, I didn't know you do get togethers at your house, you party like that. It's like, yeah, sometimes I get with my friends and stuff like that. Okay. So I was like, okay, so that's the reason why he didn't call me on weekend. I said, but when you listen to music or you sitting down drinking, chilling, don't you want to hear from your girl? Like, I would want to hear from my man. Like, I get in a mood, you get start drinking, a sexy mood, you want to hear from your person. It's like, yeah, bet I should have called you. It's like, don't worry about it. I won't do it again. So I let it go. I let it go. Okay. So before I start my eyeshadow, I'm gonna go ahead and use this. It's a pretty brown inside this palette right here. I'm gonna use it. Real pretty brown. So then another week done passed. Now it might be like a couple of weeks or whatever done passed. I don't really remember like how long it was, but I know that some time went past and it was a Friday. I ain't hear nothing from him. I ain't hear nothing from him Friday, Saturday, Sunday. When I heard from him again, it was at work. He didn't even call me in the morning. Now, mind you, he used to call me early in the morning before he went to work, when he got to work, while he was on his lunch break, when he was leaving work, when he got home. That's how much he called me and talked to me. Now, all of a sudden, he only calling me when he at work. He not calling me while he home anymore, so that kind of bothered me. So I asked him, why you only calling me when you at work? Why don't you call me wait till you get off of work. That way we can talk. It's like, no, we could talk, we could talk. It's just that I wanted to hear your voice. So that's what he told me. That's why he called me at work. He just wanted to hear my voice. And then he told me when he get home, he would be, oh, I'm so tired. I went to bed or whatever, whatever. Now, I'm going to say this. When he got off work, and we stay on the phone from sometime we got off at 9, 10, or 11. We stay on the phone till 3, 4 o'clock in the morning. Because he was a night hawk. He said he can't sleep no matter what he do. He can't sleep at night. So he liked being on the phone with me. And he said that he'll talk to me till I fall asleep. And then when I fall asleep on the phone, he'll hang up. But now all of a sudden, he's so tired at night, he's not calling me. So yeah, I paid attention to that. I'm gonna use a little bit of Venti powder. So it got to the point where I was texting, calling. He wanted me to turn my calls. My last text was, okay, I guess I'm not going to hear from you on Monday. Don't bother calling me. You go ahead on, and I'm going to go ahead on. And that's what I said to him. He called me on Monday, so upset. Sent me a picture of him with tears in his eyes. Talking about, babe, you know how I feel about you. You know how I care about you. You know I care about you. You know I want you. Please don't do this to me. Don't do this, that, this, and that. And it's like, I got something important to tell you. Please answer the phone. So I answer the phone. He tells me that he's so sad because his mom had to put his dad in the emergency room in the hospital. And that's why he wasn't able to call me for the weekend. So now I'm feeling all bad. So now I'm feeling all bad and sad and everything because I got on him and I basically was done with him. I was basically done with him. And I was like, okay, I'm sorry that I was so harsh on you. I'm sorry that your father's in the hospital and stuff like that. So I said, but even if something like that going on, on Sunday or Saturday, but he didn't. It was Monday. I don't think I ever like wore like this color blue, matte blue, all the way through. It's actually really pretty. I'm gonna get a blending brush, blend it out some. So when he called me, I just knew like it was gonna be about his parents, so I wasn't too upset. I was like, were you at the hospital with your parents? Oh no, not this weekend. I said, oh, what would you do this weekend? Oh, my car broke down and I had one of my partners looking at my car. And I was like, all weekend? He was like, yeah, because I was trying to be, I was stressed out about my car, you know. And I said, well, what's going on with your car? Now mind you, while we was talking, he told me he had a nice car. He told me he had reliable transportation. Okay, I brushed all the powder off my face, and I got my eyelashes on, and I got my cute little blouse on. This blouse came from Express, so just in case you wanted to know, it came from Express, real cute. Okay, so the boyfriend situation. It was just every Friday and Sunday, or either the whole weekend, just totally disappear. And it was kind of weird to me because he would call me on Saturday and text me, but not at night, just when he at work. And then that started bothering me, so I was just telling him I'm starting to feel weird because I only get to talk to him at work. I don't talk to him when he's off work, or call me when you get relaxed and you're about to be in your bed. Let's talk. All of that kind of stuff, and that kind of like threw up some red flags for me. Like I felt like something wasn't right. Well then, okay, some time went past again, and now like I'm starting to feel the guy. So I really do want the relationship. I'm using white now, y'all, to go and kind of lighten up my blue. I don't want my blue to be too dark. Now that I put my blouse on, something something was up and it was not good. That's how I was starting to feel. So then, as I'm talking to him, I hear all this traffic and this noise. And I'm like, where you at? He said, oh, I'm out. I said, out what? He said, oh, I'm running errands, taking care of some things. I was like, oh my God, you're not working today? He's like, no, I'm not working. I'm off. And I was like, okay, come by here. I'm going to stop what I'm doing. I'm about to fix you some lunch. We're about to eat. He was like, oh, well, I'm thinking about going to work later. I said, well, what, how later? I don't really know yet. I said, well, it's only like 1 o'clock in the afternoon. He's like, yeah, I know. I'm not sure. I said, well, how long do you think it's going to take for you to do what you got to do? Oh, I don't really know. And I said, do you want me to call you back and see where you at? He's like, no, I'm going to call you back. I'm going to call you back. But yeah, if I don't go to work, then I'll come by. I ain't hear nothing from him that night. I ain't hear nothing else from him. I ain't hear from him Saturday. I ain't hear from him Sunday. I ain't hear from him till again Monday. And I was heated. And I even felt sad. Like I started feeling sad. So now, we got to the point where some stuff had went down. I wasn't going to deal with him no more. It's not like, you see the difference? Like it's lighting up right here. Yeah. So a lot of y'all remember when he hit the lottery and I haven't heard nothing from him. I ain't heard nothing from him for a while. It wasn't just a weekend. It was for a while. And I was thinking that maybe one of his parents passed away or something. Like, I was shocked that I didn't hear from him. And then, when he finally contacted me, because before he went ghost, he had called me and told me that he hit the lottery and he was so happy. He hit the lottery for a good, I'm talking about thousands. And he was so happy. In my mind, I thought he was about to buy a plane ticket. He was about to send me a gift. He was about to bring me a gift. He was about to come down and spend time with me. That's what I was thinking when I heard from him again. He was back at work. He was having problems. He was complaining about this and that. And I'm just like, what thing? So when you hit the lottery and everything was going good, I didn't hear nothing from you. I don't know how I feel about that. I was feeling some type of way. So because of that, I pretty much ended up blocking him and just like saying, you know what, forget that. I don't want nobody like that. How you hit the lottery and now I don't hear from your butt no more. That's crazy. So I was pretty much done with him. And then after a few weeks, he contacted me on my famous page and I talked to him. I listened to what he had to say. He told me that he was going through some issues with his parents and had me feeling all bad and just feeling like, girl, why you treat him like that? You know, that's how I was feeling, right? Not knowing. And I'm going to be honest with y'all. I believe the whole time that we was talking, when he gave me an excuse, it was a lie. All of it. I don't believe none of it was true. I have nothing revealed itself. You know how the truth will reveal itself? A lie will reveal itself too. Nothing that he said revealed itself. Nothing. No truth came to light. No truth. Okay? So I just feel like everything was a lie. That's how I feel now. Back then I didn't feel that way because I was really just having faith and believing that this man want to be with me. He's a good man. And how you going to really try to make a relationship work if you don't believe in a person? So I was trying to believe in him. But now I know. Now I know that his word said something, it disappeared. Didn't mean anything. His words had no substance to it whatsoever. Now, let's move up to like way up in the future. After I don't move my tail where he at. Okay, so I'm gonna try to use a little white under my eye before I put the blue there. So one day, I have another Friday, Saturday, Sunday. He calls me on Monday and tell me that his car had broke down at his job. And he was at his job for 3 hours waiting on a tow truck. 3 hours. Let me tell you something. When you call a tow truck, they Johnny on the spot because they know how fast another tow truck will come and take that job. You know what I'm saying? So I told him, I said, well, why you wait 3 hours? Why didn't you call me? He's like, oh, babe, I didn't want to worry you. I said, I don't care if you didn't want to worry me or not. If you're in a bad situation and I'm supposed to be your woman, call me so I can help you. You know what I'm saying? I want to touch this blouse and mess it up, y'all. It's so freaking cute. Oh my God, it's so cute. And he gonna tell me he waited out for the tow truck for 3 hours. So he told me that he was heated. Well, that's why I didn't hear from him on Friday. And then on Saturday and Sunday, he had somebody working on his car. He didn't have time to call him, text me, call me, or nothing. So yeah, I was feeling some type of way. I was just feeling some type of way. And I started now, and this is way up in the future. So now I'm starting to feel like not too good about the relationship. I'm not feeling like I even want to continue with the relationship because I felt like every time something went down, he didn't call me. He called me one time. He disappeared on a Friday. I tried to blow his phone up on Friday and Saturday and Sunday to get him to answer. He didn't answer. When he finally answered on Monday, he gonna tell me that his job threw a cookout. And I was like, okay. I was like, dang, I would have loved to went to a cookout with you. He's like, well, it was for my job. I said, well, did other people bring their significant other? Oh, yeah, they do that and stuff like that, but I didn't think you would like nothing like that. How you gonna know if I'm gonna like something if you don't ask me? I told him I would have freaking loved to be at a cookout even if they had nothing I could eat. I would have enjoyed smelling the food. Child, I'll take a grilled bun. I'll take the grilled bun, add some cheese and some onions. I would have tore that up. I don't need the hamburger and a hot dog. I would have had a grilled corn. I would have loved to be at a cookout. He's something. Oh, okay, babe. Well, the next time, I go to a cookout, I'll let you know. Now, mind you, he gone all weekend. And I told him, he said, well, after the cookout, I went home. I was tired. I had to get up early in the morning and go to work. When I got work, I was tired. And so I just figured I'll just call you on Sunday. And then I asked him, how come on Sunday you don't contact me at all? Now, mind you, when I was in Texas, this man would send me pictures of him dressed up in like the bathroom. I asked him, where you at? He said, oh, I'm at church. I'm inside the church bathroom. He dressed right. Now, I don't know why. I was just like, oh my God, he's so cute. Look at him. He all dressed up. He at church and everything. He told me he's at church. Yeah. I I ain't questioning it. I just told him that I can't wait till, maybe one day we could do something like that together because I love church. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to open up this. It's called Wander. It's a pretty blue. It's so freaking pretty, y'all. I'm just gonna put it right here. So, if I could get it open. So he was constantly sending me pictures. Like, he wouldn't send me a text on Sunday, but a picture would come through with him dressed up. So one day, I told him to send me a picture with him sitting in the pews or sitting in the chairs. Like, I want to see him on the floor at church. Like, send me a picture. Okay, it's not good enough. I need something with more depth to it. Let me try this. Yes, I told him to send me a picture with him, like in church. You see like the preacher, you see the people, you see him sitting in the pews, and stuff like that. So he wouldn't send me a picture like that. He told me that he felt funny taking a picture in church, so he didn't do it. And I was kind of disappointed. I think really, I think deep down inside, I felt like he was lying. I felt like he was lying. That he wasn't really at church. He was out. He was out and about, and he did take a picture, and he was dressed up on Sunday, but he wasn't in church. And if he was, there's no way that I'll ever really know. And then so what I start doing is I start asking him about the sermons. What was the preacher talking about? What was going on in church? What was the message? I start asking stuff like that. So I'm gonna go ahead and I think I'm gonna put on my highlight, and I'm gonna use the white highlight today by Stella. After all the reasons why, all the reasons were lied. So I started asking him to tell me about the sermons, what the preacher talked about. And he act like he didn't really want to talk about it. That's usually when people go to church, child, and they get something from it, they can't wait to tell somebody. So I was just excited to just hear what he got out of church that day. You know what I mean? And I told him that it was strange that, church sermon. Like, what was your reason? Why was you there? If you ain't get nothing out of it. So that's when I was starting to feel like, no, something ain't right. He lying to me. He lying. So, I figured since I moved so far to be with him, I started asking him. He had disappeared again. He told me he went to church. So I told him, I said, okay, next time you go to church, I want to go with you. Yeah. Take your girl with you. Or if you want to go to a new church, we can do that. You know what I'm saying? I can't really touch this blouse. It's moving. I'm trying so hard not to get no stain on this blouse, y'all. And then some more time had passed, and I didn't hear from him Friday. He told me he didn't call me Friday because his car broke down. He had to walk to work. Then I told you sometime back that if anything go down and you need help to call me so I can be there. Yeah, but you know, babe, I didn't want to worry you. He constantly saying he don't want to worry me. So he said he had to walk to work. And then when he got work, he had to walk home. So he was tired. So that's why he didn't text me and call me. So it just got to the point where I stopped expecting calls on Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. I just knew that I would only hear from him on Monday. That was just one thing. I'm only telling you one thing, but that one thing had me so down that when Monday and Tuesday came, I didn't even answer his calls. Like, I didn't even text him back. I just didn't want to be bothered. I just felt like I do stuff all week long. I talk to him all week long. I uplift him, make him feel good as a person. And whenever he called me, I'm Johnny on the spot, answering the call. I'm texting him back real quick. But then when Friday come, nothing, zilch. Saturday, maybe a text in the morning, but nothing else. Sunday, disappear. I was like, you know what? This don't feel right. So one day, he called me, asked me why am I not answering the phone. I told him the reason why I'm not answering the phone anymore, I'm using one of my old blushes. It's practically gone. It's practically gone. I told him that I'm not answering the phone anymore because I feel like I'm wasting my time with him and I'm tired of saying the same thing over and over again. I told him that at this point, I feel like the relationship is just really dwindling, and it's getting to the point where there's no point of us even talking anymore. I told him it's clear of what I want and why I came here. And if can tell you right now, we ain't never spent time together on no Friday, no Saturday, and no Sunday. And I kept trying to get him to the house to eat lunch or dinner, to watch a movie with me. I kept trying to get him to the house, come pick me up so we could go out. I kept on telling him, come get me. I come to his house, and then I would go to his house, and he wouldn't answer his phone or nothing, so nothing ever happened with us together on Friday and Saturday and Sunday. So I started just getting to the point where I just felt like this is not what I want. This is not what I signed up for. This is not what he told me that would be like. Now, if he told me when we first started talking, okay, on Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, I'm not available, I would say, why? Oh, I do what I want. I just don't answer my phone. I don't make phone calls back. I'm just not available. I would say, okay, then I don't want to be in a relationship with you because I want to be accessible to my person. I want my person to be accessible to me, and I want us to make time for each other. If he would have told me that he was never going to be available on the weekend, I would not have gotten involved with him. He made me feel like we was going to be together all the time. He told me, I told him that I do this, right? So sometime I won't be available. He said, that's okay. I'll sit there and wait for you. I'll sleep. I won't make a sound. I was like, okay. Okay. So I didn't rebuttal or reject any idea that would keep us from being together. And I found out throughout the relationship that I was never going to see him on the weekend. It got to the point one time that I felt so hurt because he stood me up. He made a date on me. I made a date with me for a Friday, and he stood me up. I stopped speaking to him for 2 weeks, for 2 whole weeks, and kept sending me pictures and texts of him crying and begging me to forgive him. It didn't mean to hurt me. If he knew this was going to cost the relationship, he would have did things differently and stuff like that. I felt like maybe I'm being too hard, so I hear him out. And we had deep conversations that he would work on it. It never got better. It just got worse. The lies got worse. Sometimes he lied so bad. He didn't even remember the lies that he told me. He just lied so badly. And when I was in Texas, he told me that he spent a lot of time with his parents on the weekend. That's what he said. And he helped his mother out a lot on the weekend. He told me that. Okay, I got 2 different retro liquid lipstick. Let's see how this is gonna work. I let it come out. So every weekend he had a dramatic lie. Every freaking weekend. One weekend, we had made plans. Y'all, he had me feeling so good. He had me feeling so good. He told me that he was going to be trying to spend the whole weekend with me. I didn't see him. I didn't hear from him. When I did hear from him, he told me he was at the hospital. And I was upset. I was like, you at the hospital? Yeah. He said he got into a car accident, so he's at the hospital. I said, oh my God, why didn't you text me? Why didn't you call me? And then I asked him how long was he in the hospital. He told me that they sent him home like within a few hours that Friday. But, he just went to bed. And I was like, dang. I was like, oh my God, I feel so bad. I just felt left out. And I just felt like, and I asked him, do you see me as your woman? He's like, yeah, babe, how can you say something like that? I said, because I know if I got into an accident and I was in the hospital, I would call you immediately. I'm not understanding why you ain't let me know you was in the hospital. Then, after that time, he told me that at work, he got into a fight with somebody. He got into a big fight with one of his co-workers, so he didn't call me that weekend. Like a physical fight. And he really wanted to talk about it. Okay. And then, after that time, he told me that a big crane came off one of the containers and hit him in the face. And it knocked him so hard in the face. And he got hurt real bad. He didn't want me to see how he looked, so that's why I didn't see him for I think I see him for 3 weeks straight. The weekends, the weekday, nothing. But he didn't call me during that time. I'm like, man, I just didn't want you to worry. You telling me that a big A crane hit you in the face and you didn't contact me and let me know you okay? You know what I'm saying? Now, I eventually saw him. Y'all, I asked him, I said, did the job call the ambulance? He was talking about, no. I said, well, you bleed? He said, yeah, my leg bleed and my face bleed and I think my nose is broke. So I was like, so what you do? He said, I stayed at work till it was time to get off. And I was like, what? I said, why didn't you go to the hospital? Why didn't your job send you to the hospital? And I just felt like he was lying, because I feel like if you work on a place where they work with containers and big equipment and that equipment hit you in your face, they immediately gonna send you to the hospital, especially the fact that he's supposed to have insurance. He didn't go to the hospital, so I felt like that was a lie. They probably just got into a fight, but I don't believe that he even got in an accident at work. Told me the reason why he stayed away for 3 weeks, because he didn't want me to see him look bad, because it messed up his face or whatever. When I saw him, just looked like he got into a good fight, like fist fight with somebody. That's what it looked like. I'm using MAC lipstick now. I think I want to use some lip gloss. I think I'm going to use the Fenty lip gloss on top of it. I'm not sure. I don't know if I want to keep it matte or what. Okay, that's pretty. Oh, that's real pretty. Okay, I'm done with my makeup. I'll give y'all the finished look and I'm out of here. Hope you enjoy Storytime chit chat. But yeah, I pay attention to patterns, and I learned that his patterns was never going to change. And it got to the point where it made me so depressed and so sad. I didn't even want to hear no more stories. It was always so dramatic.